Hey, what's going on, guys? Before we start this video, I want to give two quick mentions. For those of you who are Christians and like to have some positive insight, biblical type stuff with a trucking spin, check out On the Road with Chaplain Screech. He and I have actually become friends, and I keep forgetting to mention his channel. So just check that out if that's your thing. And also, there's an older guy named Airborne Trucker on YouTube. He's a TMC guy. He runs a lot harder than I do. He's probably a better truck driver than I am. But he's got a giveaway, and he's got some stuff on his channel. He has a different perspective because he's an East Coast guy, and he stays out longer. So, hey, if you want to check something cool out, give him a look. Now, on to Riding with Kev. We got a great video today. Alright, so you will notice in this video that I changed clothes, and it's not because I peed myself or anything. I just actually created the video on Monday, didn't like a part of it, adding this part, so you got that. So things are good. Things are beyond good. Things are great. And so try and keep this video short, but it's going to be a long one. So, because it's been days and lots happened. Last time I spoke to you guys, I was in Oklahoma City. And I had that insulation load. And I ended up stopping at the Petro, 2 miles away, ton of parking. Got up the next morning, delivered there in Oklahoma City. Real quick, I was there when they opened at 7. I was the only truck there. Had me unloaded at 8 o'clock. I was ready to rock and roll. And so that was Wednesday, and I got a load out of Fletcher, Oklahoma. It was drywall. It's one of the places we go a lot. It's real tight squeeze, and I backed it in perfect. I was real happy. I didn't even have to do a pull-up, and it's tight. A lot of times you have to do a pull-up, but I got it right in there. And it was going 191 miles to Willow Park, Texas, which is by Weatherford. And so I was like, well, I'll be able to get it there about 3:30 today. This is a same-day delivery. I've actually never done a same-day delivery in my 6 months. And so I get down there, and I'm rocking and rolling, and I call the guy, because it's a job site, so it just has a road. And so, hey, you know, where am I going? And he goes, yeah, here's what you're going to do. You got to turn here at this exit, and you take a right, and you go right in. I was like, sweet. It says deliver tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. I'll be there at 3:30 today. Can I deliver? And he said, no, we stopped taking deliveries at 2 because I only have one forklift guy, and he's got stuff to finish up. So you're going to have to come on Thursday. So, oh, man, what am I going to do? I know. I'm going to go home. So I got to Decatur, Texas, which is not right by my house, but my wife drove, and I parked with almost 6 hours on my clock. But I couldn't deliver. So, you know, what are you going to do, right? I'm going to go home and see my family. I've delivered 3 loads. I have my 4th one for Thursday. I'll be there enough time with her going to work to get there when he wants me there. And so we'll do that. So I went home, had a good dinner. We watched Masked Singer. That's our little family activity that we like to do, and don't reveal anything in the comments, please. We're a week behind because of our schedule. So I got up and I went, and he'd given me directions, and his directions didn't match up with the GPS. But I was like, well, I'll do what he say, you know, do what he say for the older guys again. So I'm driving and I'm looking at GPS and looking. He's like, here's the exit he told me to take. I'll take it. And take a right on the street he told me to take, even though the GPS didn't say so, and I'll pull up. And so I get to the stop sign, and I can see the job site right in front of me. And so I pull up to the job site and go into the trailer. I'm like, hey, I got your drywall. He goes, no, you're at the wrong place. I don't have drywall. And I was like, no, I'm in the right place. We spoke. He goes, oh, that's not drywall. It's some fire stuff, whatever. It was drywall to me. But he goes, yeah, I'll show you where to go in. And as we're walking up, it's a real narrow road. He's got a single entrance, and you have to back in, and there's a median in the middle. So it's really tight. It's not a wide road because it's still under construction. And there's a truck driver backing in. And this guy is across the road. He's in the grass. He's turning. And this superintendent is pissed. And he's like, what is this idiot doing? And he gets all frustrated. He needs to fix this and fix it. So now the superintendent is in a bad mood, which means he's going to watch me. Great. So I go and I'm untarping, I'm strapping, and I'm going to take my time. Maybe he'll find something better to do. And he didn't find anything better to do. So I said, all right, I know how to do this. I got my setup right, hit that dump valve, turned it sharp. I made sure I left the room so I didn't go over his curb, and I backed it straight in. He goes, finally, they sent me a truck driver. Me! I was just like, wow, I did it. I did what I was supposed to do. And I impressed this guy. And TMC has a good reputation because I followed the steps and did what I was supposed to do. Man, I was happy. Remember that direction thing I was telling you about? So I go to leave. I've got another load. Shingles. We'll get to that in a minute. I get another load and I go out. I'm going to go right, because that's what the GPS says to do. Back up the road that I wanted to take the first place. And I look left and there's no traffic. And I look to the right and there's no traffic. And I stop. Because 100 yards up the road is a load zone bridge of 12,500 total pounds. So if I'd have followed my GPS instead of listening to his instructions, I'd have been 3 times the weight limit on that bridge. And oh, by the way, the local cop drove through the job site while I was unloading. So by following his directions, I saved myself a ticket. So, man, I was happy. And so I was like, well, I'll go get the truck wash, because I hadn't had that load yet, and I hadn't had the truck wash, and I'm in hot water. I've got to find a truck wash in the next day and a half over bad things, man. So I go to the truck wash, and I pull up, and there's an RV, and he pulls in, and he takes the last spot. So it's wrapped all the way around this little blue beacon in Weatherford, Texas. So I pull into the Petro, and I'm there 10 minutes. I'm looking. All right, there might be a spot. Boom, I get a load. Shingles. Going to Springdale, Arkansas. I've been there 3 times. It's like, hey, you know what? If I got in line for that truck wash, this is Thursday, I would not have been parked up Thursday night. So I roll to Irving, get loaded, get all the way from Weatherford to Irving to Springdale, Arkansas, parked up Thursday night. That's a TQM. You want to get that 5 load, you got to be parked up. And so I got it. I got Irving there. I'm rocking and rolling. I have 5 loads. And so park up, TMC driver, get up the next morning, unload, great little facility. It's time to go. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? Any guesses? Nashville, Arkansas. Going to, don't say it, Houston, Texas. I'm dedicated now. Just changed part of my dedicated route. And so I'm Nashville, Arkansas dedicated, Springdale, Arkansas dedicated. But so I drove the 220 miles to Nashville, Arkansas on Friday, got loaded, and went over to Anna and parked. So I'm done. Friday, 7 o'clock, I was done. And talked to the wife, and I've been running hard, guys. So the family asked me not to leave until Monday. Could you leave Monday? I said, well, if I leave early Monday, there was no parking at the Constantine in Houston, so I had to find a truck stop in Houston, so I had to leave super early, because there's not a whole lot this is in the southwest side where I was delivering, because I delivered my other drywall across the street from this place. And so I was like, all right, you know what, it's fine. It's new month, there's 5 weeks I can earn park-up points. I'm going to enjoy 2 full days. So I did. I enjoyed 2 fuel days. Now, they were refueling, so I guess that counts. Full days, Saturday and Sunday. And I left out Monday. And I rocked out Monday down to Houston. I got the drywall unloaded. I was like, all right, well, that's done. So where shall we go next? We're in Houston. We got to go somewhere. Hold on 1 second. And we're back. When you get old, you start forgetting things. I was like, because I don't like plan these videos. I was like, where in the hell did I go? I went to In Steel. And I picked up steel in Dayton, Texas, and took it to Roanoke, Texas. So by the time the Houston thing got done and got unloaded there, and that was a cluster-ish, and I got to Dayton and got that loaded, and I posted that picture on Instagram. That was these big wire mesh rolls, 19 of them. So by the time I did chains and binders and straps, your boy was worn out. And it was 90 degrees, 2 degrees with like 80% humidity. So I went about an hour and a half. And I parked up with about an hour and a half on my clock, but I was worn out, guys. I was like, you know what? We'll just hit it hard. Tuesday, I get up. I leave Huntsville, Texas, drive to Roanoke, Texas, and deliver that metal. I immediately get another load out of Home Depot. So I drive from Roanoke to Grand Prairie, Texas, load in Grand Prairie, Texas, and drive all the way and park up at Home Depot in Lubbock. I did 576 miles with a load and an unload. And I also got called in by somebody driving down the road because the bungee broke and my tarp was flapping. The 18-wheeler drivers didn't say a damn thing, but them 4-wheelers did. They call you boss. I had gotten an Instagram about the car wash, and I get 2 miles from where I'm going to get to that Home Depot, and they're picking up debris in the road. And so I am now a DOT violator. I was 3 minutes over my 14. Well, I submitted the message, and so what are you going to do? And so I delivered that to the Home Depot this morning, and I immediately got a load out of Acme, Texas. So I bounced 167 miles up to Acme, Texas, and it's going to Lafayette, Louisiana. And so I was going to go home. I'll stop in Decatur, and I'll get up real early tomorrow. And I said, no, I did that last week. I've got a shot at 5 loads. So now I'm exhausted. It was Wednesday night, and I pushed and pushed. And so now I'm in East Texas. So now I've only got about 5 hours, 4.5 hours, 5 hours to get there in the morning. But I can leave at, sorry, honey, I'll call you back. I'll leave at 6:30. And I'll get there, and I will have a shot at 5 loads because I will be delivered in Lafayette by noon tomorrow. So if I can get something quick that picks up Thursday, deliver Friday, that'll be 5 loads, reload Friday. If not, I'm not even worried about it. Just give me tomorrow afternoon off, and I'll reload Friday and go home. So I'm going to be looking for truck wash. I'm going to be getting on with it. And now I'm going to insert the video for money that I did like with deep thoughts. So here you go, boys. God bless. Let's get rolling, and I'll say it at the end of the next video that I recorded 2 days ago. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the subscribes. Y'all be good. On to deep thoughts. All right, so I organized my thoughts here because I want to touch on something. This is strictly for the new drivers. I saw a post, a little trucking face group I've had, and by the way, I'm not all in my feels, as the kids say. I know what I'm about to say. But the post was, when somebody who drives a manual transmission sees someone who's auto-restricted, and the quote was, "You're a loser and you have no skill." And here's the thing about trucking. I remember when I was first with my trainer, I'd stopped at a truck stop, and I was working on something and on my computer, and the guy was talking to me. He's like, "How you been trucking?" I was like, "I've been trucking 2 months." He goes, "I've been trucking 11 years." And across the room, someone goes, "I've been trucking 22 years." And on the across the room, that guy, "I've been trucking for 36 years. And I've been trucking for 41 years. And that's a literal example of what happened. I'm like, holy cow, man. And so I'm like, wow, I'm just a rookie, right? Now, I ran into this one guy 3 times when I was a trainer. 3 different times. Every time he saw me, call me trainee. "Hey, trainee, come help me with this. Hey, can I borrow your trainee? Hey, trainee, you need to do this. Trainee this, trainee that, trainee this." I was in Des Moines getting service. And I walked outside, and I was talking to a guy who was in orientation. He didn't know who I was. And I was just kind of talking to him, and some guy walked out. 2 guys walked out. And the guy goes, "I smell newbies." I just kind of kept to myself. He doesn't, he don't know me. And then the guy goes, yeah, I'm specialized. I haul the big stuff. And the guy who came out with, "Well, that don't mean nothing. I'm an owner-operator. I own my truck. I tell them what I'm going to do." And my advice to the rookies out there is figure out who the super truckers are and stay away from them. I say this all the time. When I say you got to know why you're out here, you got to, take care of yourself, take care of your family. But what my point in all of that is, or what I really want to get to, additional to that, is you have to be able to worry about yourself. You have to take care of your mental well-being. You're new. You're a rookie. You've never done it before. Like I said, how do I get better when I go to a truck stop? I don't take the easy spot. I work on my backing. I find a couple of 2-3 spots that are open in the back, and I got to walk, but that's part of being a rookie. You got to earn that. And I practice. That was when I go back to that drywall story. I backed it in front of that guy because I have gotten my experience. But for some reason, especially in trucking, now in the Marine Corps, you'd get into your first duty station. There, guy been in the Marine Corps, a year, and call everybody Boot. Kind of a new thing. But the same thing in trucking. I don't understand it, but we just love to be better than one another. And that's such a depressing thing to go through. I'm auto-restricted. Well, I drive a 10-speed. I drive a 13-speed. I can drive an 18-speed. I drive a twin stick. I drive a triple X 80-foot float. Blah, blah, blah. Somebody out here is always going to be better than you. And they're always going to have a story for you. And they're always going to tell you why you're doing it wrong. And they're always going to tell you how they did it back in their day. And how I've got 1 million miles. I've got 2 million miles. I've got 3 million miles. I've got 5 million miles. There's always somebody out there better than you. But what you'll do is you'll get out here and you'll mess around. And you'll be trying to back into a spot. And you'll look up. And there's Slick Rick in his decked out Peterbilt with his gear shifter up to here with his coffee and a Marlboro hanging out of his mouth, and you're in his way and you get in a hurry because you're worried about what he thinks and you hit something. Or you're driving down the road and you get a load of cars behind you and you're going as fast as you can because you're new and you're trying to get comfortable, and you start rushing, you take a turn too fast and you flip the truck and kill yourself. You get out there and you start securing and you want to keep up with the guys who know what they're doing because you don't want to look dumb, and you end up not securing it right and something falls off and you kill somebody else. You're at a customer and they tell you to back in somewhere, and oh my God, I got to back. And the guy on the forklift's sitting there and he's waiting for you so you can get loaded. So you hurry up and you hit something. And you ruin your company's reputation, or you ruin your reputation, or you lose your job, or you hurt somebody, or you kill somebody, or you kill yourself. Worrying about what other people think out here is a surefire way to get yourself in trouble. I determined a long time ago that my critics are idiots. Not because I'm better than anybody, not because I'm smarter than anybody, because I'm just doing the best I can. You know, I got out today, I was on that drywall, and there was a guy in front of me, and they had 2 forklifts. And when they lift up the drywall, there's these little runners that go down the length that they set it on so they get the forks underneath it. And you as a driver, you get out and you put them on top of the stack, and they go and they stack it in the back. Well, they had 2 forklifts, so I said, hey man, you get that side, I'll get this side. Never met this dude, didn't know me, right? And so we're unloading the truck, under the truck, get to the back. He's unloading. He goes, all right, thanks, man. Got his truck and left. And the guys on the forklift saw this. And within 10 seconds of me setting my parking brake, I had 5 guys and 4 forklifts. Because I worried about me. I didn't say, I'm going to help him so he'll help me. I just did the right thing. And that made, because quicker he gets unloaded, quicker I get unloaded, right? It's all about helping each other out here. And somebody's going to have to just take the time that, you know what, when I have my 1 million miles and my own company and my own trucks or whatever I'm going to do, I have no ego. I'm not here for other people. I'm not here to do the, hey, let me tell you how good I am. And you're going to run into that. And you can get yourself in trouble when you start trying to play the games of, let me keep up with the Joneses. My trainer is awesome. My trainer did boats. He's got over 1 million miles. He's been with TMC for 12 years. I'll never catch him. But I never heard him brag. I never heard him try and tell me, well, I've got 1 million miles, and let me tell you how I did this way. And when I did boats, he was very humble. And I think in this business, we could all use a little bit more humility in life in general. But just to the new guys, my deep thought, stupid thought, rambling thought, whatever you want to call it, is focus on you. Find ways to make yourself better. Ignore the super trucker and do things the right way. And you'll be just fine out here. We have now been driving a truck for TMC for over 6 months. May the 4th be with you. So I'm going to go eat some dinner. I'm going to get up bright and early and head up to Roanoke. Been a good week. Did 5 loads. I don't think we'll get 5 this week because I didn't park up. But we're going to try. Do everything we can. Appreciate you guys watching. God bless. Let's get rolling.